Hi folks, welcome back to the Toy Addict. I am the Toy Addict, and I'll tell you what, today I hope I have something that's going to interest you. We're looking at some local art by some local artists, and it depends on where you live as to whether it's local to you or not. Now, if you hear the sound of pitter-patter down below me, those are my two dogs. If that's your kind of thing, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, because I know it's my kind of thing. That's why I've got them. Now, some of the art we're looking at today, it's going to be in the form of something that maybe I've done, and I know it is, because I'm going to show it to you, and I already decided to do that. But some of the art that I'm going to show you today, it's from a local artist in Cavite, to my family and myself when we're home. It's a skull painted. We're going to take it out here and take a look, okay? So in front of me, I have my Christmas present from my niece, Nicole. She bought this for me because she knows that I love all things Skull Panda. And this was actually designed by a local artist to her. The woman is from Tres Martires, Cavite. Her name is Sherry Craft. Her name is spelled Cherrii. Last name Kraft. You can find her on Facebook. Oh my gosh. Look at the work she put into that. And I love displaying it. I just wish that I had a better way to show it off. But everything about that says she had a vision, she pulled it off, and now I get to look at that vision every day. And speaking of visions, folks, so the skulls back there, that's my thing. That's what I like to do. And since they're dying to be shown off, Miss Craft, again, thank you for the work you put into the detail and so much character. I love it. Everything down to the rose bouquet in her hands. Let's see if we can pull into that. Look at that. Everything about it is just fantastic. I love it. Okay, folks, let's take a look at those skulls real quick, shall we? Now, real quick, I just like to show off just a tiny bit some of the creativity that local art has. And maybe you could find some of that creativity inside of yourself, maybe. This right here, I love Pop Mart so much, as you could probably tell. And Pop Mart is always putting out some new product. And you always feel like if you don't have it, you know, that fear of missing out starts to grip you. And I don't like fear of missing out at all. So I call this one Pop Mart Aneurysm. And one of the characters I love a lot from Pop Mart is Hirono. And I love everything that Hirono does so much that I feel like you have to draw the line somewhere. And so I call this one Hirono on My Mind. My son, he goes to Catholic school. I went to Catholic school. My dad went to Catholic school. I think his parents went to Catholic school. And since then, I always realized that within the Catholic education, everything kind of goes one way. You know, it's just kind of like a vacuum cleaner. So I call this the Catholic Church. No offense, I love my church just as much as anybody else does, but I have a healthy realization of exactly what it is. So anyway, this one here, I had to dig deep inside of my head. I was trying to find one last thing to create, and I said, you know, what is always on my mind? What are always things that I'm always thinking about? I'm always thinking about, you know, things to make myself look a little bit better. So I got some pearls and jewels in there. I'm always thinking about paying the bills and making a little bit of extra money. So I got some money right here. And I'm always thinking about putting something inside my mouth, you know, a little bit. So I got some sunflower seeds down there. And I'm always thinking about being, you know, how did I turn out to be bald? I always had such a nice head of hair. So I put some hair right there. And this one's called The Things I Wish I Had. Okay. Now, I love comic books, and when I was a kid, I loved pro wrestling. So I combined the two, and I call this one Bam Bam, in honor of a wrestler named Bam Bam Bigelow. You know, and I, you know, it is what it is. And I'm going to coat this one in the epoxy resin just like these as soon as it shows up, and it'll kind of give it a nice wicked appearance. But yeah. That one's next. Bam Bam. So anyway, again, Sherry Craft, thank you so much. My niece, Nicole, thank you so much for thinking about me and giving me such a wonderful gift for Christmas. What a wonderful thing. And folks, remember, we have so many more things that we need to go ahead and show to you. Okay? So please, Stay tuned. Maybe it's the Mali New Year, Chinese New Year. Maybe we want to show that to you next. Maybe it's the Hirono Chinese New Year. Or, I don't know. Maybe you like some of the other Hirono things. But we'll show that to you next time, okay? Folks, thanks again for spending your time with us here in the Toy Addict. We appreciate you, and we know that you can spend your time anywhere, but you chose to spend it with us. So, thanks again. And one more time, if you could just hit that like and subscribe, maybe hit the notification bell. This has been a pleasure. And until the next video, be kind to each other. I love you.